any other things?
I think,
Christie?
Mr. Mayor, if I could just have a little clarification on your thoughts on B. Clearly, we're still, the intent is if people cannot medically tolerate it, we make an exception for that. I think that's the intent of this. But at the same time, we have to probably have some wording that Wes can work with if people are issued a citation and it were to ever go to court. So, Wes, what are your thoughts on B?
I think it's an affirmative defense if they're able to provide some kind of document that shows they have, at the time they receive the citation, something that would give them that exception.
Yeah.
This is very similar to if you get caught driving your car without a driver's license physically on you, it's required. But if you take your driver's license down to court and show, oh, it was valid on the date that you got the ticket, boom, it's dismissed.
Yeah.
You don't even have to see the judge. They do that at the counter. It's the same with no insurance if it's an infraction. You don't have your insurance with you, you're supposed to, but you're going to get a ticket, but you can go down to the court, show them that you had valid insurance on the date that you got the ticket, it's dismissed.
Do we need to address that in the language, or are you fine with the persons who cannot medically tolerate wearing face covering? And that's it, period.
And that's it, period, really.
Okay.
The reality is most individuals, and we deal with this every day in my office, communicating with medical professionals, counselors, psychologists, treatment facilities. We get documents all the time saying so-and-so is compliant, so-and-so had this, so-and-so had that. We don't need to get into their detailed medical history. And these providers are used to providing those simple kind of letters, and they come from nurse practitioners, office managers, doctors, physicians, counselors.
Okay, thank you.
I guess I would just add, it's kind of my 2 cents is that this is not a road that we want to go down.
Right.
I would say if someone is approached, if it's first given education, which is we're starting off with education, but if they say that I have a medical condition, I don't think, in my opinion, I don't think you go beyond that.
Yeah.
That's just my 2 cents. Other questions or other changes?
Mr. Mayor, Section 7. This is meant, if this is passed, it's meant to be a temporary ordinance, and I've kind of already talked about that earlier. It's not like every other city ordinance that is baked in from now on. And so at some point, we will want to come back, revisit, and discuss this. I think 30 days is a little soon. I would ask for 90 days at least, and then we would have time to really assess it, determine if we think it's necessary to continue.
Council opinion on that?
I agree with that. I thought about that time limit as well, but I think this is changing so rapidly, and I think some of our health experts said that we haven't even hit our cold and flu season yet. So I'm wondering if we can put something in there unless there's a circumstance that would require us to take a look at it again. And I'm not sure what that would be, but rather than change it from 30 to a full 90, where would that put us? A full 90 would put us at end of December? January.
And I think we could write it however we want. We could choose to revisit. I just am throwing 90 days out because of just the way that we've heard from the experts on how COVID works and manifests.
I suppose if it was 90 days, but one or more council members brought it forward to agenda, we could
Right.
we could just bring it forward that way. Okay, I'm good with that.